Hello, everyone. Hope everybody's having a great evening and welcome to those who watch the replay. My name is Mary Jane Tracy. I am a psychic medium, spiritual love of life coach, and most of all, an astrologer. I come to you with the 411 of the highways and byways of the shenanigans of the planets. That's what I come to. And they are certainly have a lot of shenanigans that are going to be happening between now and as we are coming towards a new moon next week. This is I looked at the charts, and I didn't write it too much down today. I did write a bit of a blog, and I usually do that every day, and that's what I do on my break. And I write it out to let you know of some of the transits that are happening and the energies that are going on. This energy that we're going into isn't one to, I'm going to say it's one that we really have to focus on what is working and not focus on what isn't working and go down the crazy rabbit hole. This is where, especially with a lot of energy going towards Neptune, and Jupiter is coming in at the last degrees of Neptune, and now Jupiter is going to be squaring the galactic center, and we got a, which is hard. That's a hard aspect. We don't want to look at the galactic center right now, because we have Jupiter, that lack of, I'm going to say a lot of negativity, a lot of energies that we don't really want to be dealing with. We want to deal with, hey, Raylene, we want to deal with the positive. We want to deal with what is working. If you have something that you're really working on right now and it's just not coming to fruition, or it's just not working, I would say put it aside for a while and wait until wait until you find a better time for it. This is more of a time of moodling. This is more of a time of not going out on a limb on things and going to scrape the bottom of the barrel. We're entering into some really crazy energies. And I know I always say crazy energy. So what we're entering into a lot of more illusions and deceptions. And this is where we have to look at the illusions and deceptions within our own lives, and begin to look at the illusions and deceptions that we have within our own lives, and what we fall for, and how we self-sabotage ourselves and get into a self-sabotaging things. When things could be working out really well, allow them to work out well. If you're, let's say you got a car payment and you just can't make that car payment on Friday, and you know that there's a 5-day grace period. Allow for that 5-day grace period and say, okay, I need that 5-day grace period. This is a time of really, allowing yourself to more flow than get yourself all tied up into knots. It is a energy that is bringing in a lot of craziness. I'm going to say that. I mean, the Pope even came out and was telling the people to prepare. Now, this is a Pope. I know some of you aren't religious or believe in, the Pope or what have you, but I mean, he's a pretty powerful guy, whether you like him or not. And I always say that to people. You can like it or not, I don't give a shit, but he's got a lot of power. And he's even coming out. And as I'm hearing what he had to say, and I'm just like, you're consulting your astrologer, aren't you? Because he's telling people to prepare for the worst, prepare for what's coming down right now, get ready. And this energy, I feel it's a very frustrating one, because we can't see all the answers. We're not getting all the answers within our own personal life, or even maybe some in the world around us. We may be feeling frightened and scared because there is a lot of these illusions that are coming in. And even with Mars coming off, squaring Neptune, this is and Mercury's going into shadow. Mercury is in shadow. Mercury's slowing down to 1 degree. This is a lot of energy of craziness. We are seeing this yod with a quincunx of Mars to the south node and Chiron quincunxing to the south node, and then we have that sextile between the two. It's and Chiron is the wounded healer. It's about this woundedness, this deepness, and it's in Aries, which is the god of war. Where is that hurt that's happening? Where's that hurt that's happening? And we got to look at where that hurt is happening. Plus, we have the moon as it's moving on. It's in Libra, but then the moon is going to be in the balsamic phase next week in Scorpio. Holy shit, again. So we have this darkness coming in, and it's in the depths of Scorpio. So we're having this depth, this deepness that's coming in that's really bubbling up to the surface of a lot of excess energies. And it's that, then of course I'm looking at the asteroid, the dwarf planet Lucifer is going to be at 22 degrees Capricorn, which is the same degree as the conjunction with the Saturn, Pluto, and Mercury in 2020. And this is where the deceptions can happen of thinking, oh my God, the evil has won. And this is where we have to come back to say, okay, what is working in my life? What is going on? It's not a time to push things through. This is not a time to push things through. This is a time of working on what is working. And if something is not working, or if plans are not working out, let them go right now. We're finding people are very exhausted, frustrated, and overwhelmed. And this is heightening. This energy is heightening even more. And with this Neptunian energy, Neptune works on your psychology. It works psychologically. It really messes with the brain and messes with your thoughts and how you see things and how you think you feel things. So it really brings in what I'm going to call a mind fuck to you. And as it's doing this, with everything else coming in, it's like a vice grip coming in and sort of like, having you forced to look at these things and look at these illusions that are going on and that are happening. And that feeling of overwhelmness. And this is where we're stepping into. This is where it's so important. And I'm going to stress, so important to look at really what is working well in your life. What is going on in your life that yeah, this is great. And it could be, what, I do have a good job. Yeah, it's, what, it's great. And I don't want to fuck that up. So I want to continue this job because I know it's a good job. And there's great people working there. It may not be the highest paying job. It might not be the one that's going to make me rich, but it's one that's working well. What else is working? Oh, wow, I got a roof over my head. This place might, it's small. It's kind of cold at times, but it's quaint and it's sweet and it's in a good place, right? So these are the things we have to really look at and focus on. Because we're going to be entering into the next 5 years some very turbulent energies that we have to know that we have a spiritual bond And we can't be going out and trying to seek answers from God. God is the one who comes to give us the answers and guide us. You don't need to go out there and seek. God will find you. Your God, your angels, and that will find you. If you're sitting there trying to like, oh, well, where is it? Is it over here with this mystic? Is it over here with this group? Or is it over here with this group? That's not how God works. That's not how the divine works, however you want. If you don't like the word God, sorry. Figure it out for yourself. This is how the divine comes in. He will show you. You will hear it. And it's not in the loudness. It's not in the overwhelmness. It's in the quiet. It's in the peace. It's in the serene. That is when God comes in. It's not in the boisterousness. It's not in the big bangs. It's not in the craziness. It's not in the clinky clanky and whatever else is going on in there. This is where we have to come into our sereneness and say, okay, yeah, and hold it to our heart and bring things to our heart. Sometimes I feel that I've been positioned in a place right now because I know I can see what's going to be unfolding over the next 5 years. And I know there's some greatness that's going to be coming out of this, some really fabulous energies, but there's going to be some great struggles, and struggles that we haven't even seen before. We are coming to the last stages of Jupiter and Pisces, and Jupiter and Neptune and Pisces haven't been together since 1858. So we're never going to see this energy again. This energy that is the fight, that is bringing us the glory of the divine of God. And that we need to really behold that in a time where there is, drastic energies that are going to be coming in. And I know sometimes people get very angry with me because it seems horrific, some of the things I say. And some of the things, and, even through my meditations that I have seen are very, are very dim. Are very dim. Tracy. Oh, look at Olivia Tracy. Olivia Tracy, hi. No. Okay, well, come get your son. Okay. All right, fine. That was my daughter. But this is... Chris, there has to be one child that interferes in a live that I do. Come on, people. But this is where, we have to really start looking at the positive things in our life. A lot is going to be coming in, and if you thought there were shortages before with things, there's going to be even more. If you thought the prices were horrendous now, the prices are going to be going up even more. This is where we're going to be seeing a lot of people moving in together, a lot of families who can't afford to keep their roof over their head, and people coming together. This is what you're going to be seeing more and more. Again, we're going to see, groups of people, living together under one roof. And this is part of the communities that are going to be coming in and unfolding for us. We are going to be witnessing death like we've never seen death before. And this is very much, when we, in a lot of the same transits that happened in the 1300s with the Black Plague. And this is what we're going to witness. And through this is like through the death. Remember, there's always through death, there's resurrection. That there is a reason why this huge transformation is coming in. Some is man-made, some is divinely guided, definitely. But there is also where when we stand in our spirituality, when we stand in our grace and in our love and in our joy, we can find great strength through this. There is such a push to devalue who we are as humans, to devalue us as who we are as women. And this is coming where we are going to be going through some really rough feeling of energies over this next week, and a lot of mental fuck ups are going to come in. And we really, if you are suicidal, please call the 1-800 line. If you are heavy into drugs or alcohol, please call your AA sponsor. And I'm not joking. I mean, we just had a famous dancer, Twitch, who was on the Ellen show for quite a while. Very loving, and people, anybody who met him thought he was great and happy and fabulous person, committed suicide. He left his wife and beautiful child. I think he has one little one, and went to a motel room. These are the types of things that are going to be occurring. And this is why it's so important. Like, you don't know what other people are going to be going through. And Neptune is the god of illusion. Neptune is the deep drug lord. Neptune is the one that can also take you to the great heights of your spirituality. So, yeah, he did. He killed himself. So this is so unfortunate with this reality that's coming in. And sometimes, and this is where I'm going to say to you, you're going to, probably say, oh my God, then why the fuck am I living, and blah, blah. The reason why you're living is because you are the light. You are the guidance that is coming in for other people, and for your family, and for yourself. And that's why it's so important to really look at the things that are good. And it could be that you got a new puppy. It could be that, you got a ghetto tree. These are the things you have to really look at and really embrace in your life right now. And there was a time a year or so ago, and I kept telling people it feels like a prelude to the 1940s before World War II. As bad as World War II was, and the horrifics and the horrible things that happened during World War II, there was some great things that happened during that time. And there was great communities and farming communities that really came together. And that's what we're going to be, some of this is going to be reoccurring again, where we are going to see these communities coming together and having to help people that need a helping hand. This is what we need to step forward in. And we are now going to be entering a prelude, I'm going to say, to the next 5 years. A prelude that is having us really look at the sweetness, the lovingness, the joy that you do have in your life, and the simple joys that you have within your life at this time. And these are the things, these are the energies that are going to help to carry you through as we step forward and continue to create in a world that is bringing us crazy, unidentifiable illusions. So I want you all to really stay strong over especially over this next week. And as we, get through to the new moon, which is next Friday. And as we step forward into and they're showing me it's like we're almost going through a shadow of energies that are going to bring us into a new altered reality that is very much that we need to trust in that inner light and that quiet voice that comes through. Because there's going to be things that are crazy and so far-fetched that you never thought would be, like I was watching it's part of a documentary on they have womb factories that they are creating to create human life. And they're trying to make it sound like these are for people who cannot have children, or women who had cancer, or they had to get their uterus removed. And it's so unhuman, these little these factories of that what they're doing. And that's why it's so important that this human part, this humanness of us, our humanity, has to stay intact. I know some people think Elon Musk is so fabulous, but he's also making Neuralinks, and that's kind of freaking scary. Wanting to put a microchip in your brain. So you have, and that's because, with Lucifer coming up to 22 degrees Capricorn, yeah, there's going to be some crazy demonic shit that's going to come in and unfold. But the thing is that it's not going to be hidden. They want to show it to you in your face. Bill Gates just came out and telling you about the next pandemic. I guess he's getting, the change is getting, light in his pocket. But this is where we have to look at and say, you know what? There's some great things that are moving on in my life and great things that are coming in. And I'm not going to sabotage the beauty that I have and the beauty that I can behold in my life. Even I know that I'm going to be strapped for cash because of certain things. But you know what? At the end of the day, I got the roof over my head. I have my family that is close to me. And we're taking one step and putting one step in front of the other. And that's going to be the most important thing as we go forward, because we're coming very close to Christmas, and we got to hold that joy and that light of what Christmas is. We have to also look at that we're coming into a new year, 2023, and we're going to be coming into a new reality, and a reality that is going to get us to really appreciate all that we have and all that is around us more and more. And as I've told many people, that a lot of Canadians don't think this is going to hit them. A lot of Canadians think that what's happening over in England, what's happening in other parts of even the United States, is not going to affect them. But all I have to say is wait till March and April of next year, because then it'll really hit you. You don't think that the winter cost may not hit you that much this year, but it's sure in the hell going to come in like a fierce lion as we go into the spring of next year. So we're going to be in the full forces of some crazy unfoldings in around Christmas and as we go into the end of the year. And this is where we have to be prepared. So the things I tell people, if you can have a portable heater, if you can have a lithium backup generator, even if it's a small one in your home, to help just in case the winter gets really bad. Making sure that you have at least 2 weeks worth of food in your house, if not more. A month is always good. If you're able to buy things on sale, like turkeys or hamburger or hams or anything like that on sale right now, definitely get it. If you're a canner, can some of that stuff. Would be absolutely fabulous if you're able to get a couple turkeys and you're able to can some of the turkey, and you'll have that meat for later on. this is to continue to get being prepared. If there's a sale on, say, fruit or anything like that, get it. And you can freeze, you can dry it, you can can it, you can do all kinds of things with it. You can make jam and things along that line. Same with vegetables. So this is a preparedness time because it's just going to get crazy. And I know I've been warning you guys for a long time about this, but I feel through this week, there's a lot more of the shit's going to hit the fan. And when I hear people like the Pope come out and start speaking about this and wanting to make an announcement, my daughter and the dog don't have a good relationship. This is a time to awaken even more. So, not wanting to leave you guys on doom and gloom, I want you to look at the joy and the blessings that you do have in your life. And the more that you look at the joy and the blessings that you do have in your life, you're going to find that you're able to move forward. Don't go down any crazy rabbit holes that are going to take you somewhere where you don't need to go. And if you have a dream or a plan right now and you really, really want to do this, let it go. Put it on the side right now. There'll be some time that you can pick it up at a later date. If your mortgage is not locked in right now, interest rates just went up. Last week? They are going to be going up again in the new year. I know some people think that 8-9% isn't a lot, but it is a hell of a lot when your mortgage may have been at 1%. So if you're able to bite the bullet, get your mortgage locked in. That's going to be a benefit for you, especially if you're able to lock it in for over the next 5 years, because it's just going to get nuttier and crazier. So, you're reconciling with the dog.
She's still an asshole.
Oh, she's still an asshole, but she's reconciling with the dog. So, so I'm going to send you guys out with so much love. And Mateus, please take that off. I can't have that on my YouTube because thank you. So I want you guys to have, I'm going to come back in on probably Friday because I have Friday off. So come in and bring in some more details of some of the craze that are going to be coming in, and some pointers on how to really step in with meditations and really step in with connections with nature, because that's going to be so important as well. So sending you guys off with so much love. And have a blessed one, and may the Lord and Lady watch over and bless you. And yes, I am still, one final thing. Yes, I'm still booked up. And if anybody does want a new moon reading for next week, they are $30. So if you want a new moon reading for next week, they are $30. I did have my special on for getting your readings, your new moon and full moon readings for next year. Contact me if you are still interested in wanting your new moon and full moon readings for next year. And that means you get to see me twice a month, and I send you a lovely recording. So have a blessed one, and we will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.